that's the first little part of the pond I started on. I pushed all that mud to the center right there. Pushed what I could out easily. I did. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. I'm going to push all that back to that point there, and then I'm going to set it out with the excavator instead of trying to push it uphill with the dozer. Okay, so here to give you an explanation of what's going on here. This was just more like a depression than a pond. It's in between a couple hills. It's a low spot, and I think years ago they tried to fill it in and maybe run out of material. But anyways, it's held water. You can see the swamp grass in front of the dozer. You know, it holds water. I would say it's no more than 1 to 2 foot deep, but most of it's mud, like you see here. The good thing is this has got a lot of sand in it, so it is mud right now. But as it dries, it'll be a usable material. You know, it does have some organics in it. That kind of sucks, but other than that, it's pretty good stuff. And I'm using the dozer because it's a fairly large area, and I found out the dozer would stand up in it, which is rare for us. Usually we get in these bogs and the dozer won't stand up. So I'm just taking the dozer and I am scraping as much of this mud out of here as I can, putting it on the edge, and then I got Dusty in the 130 today, and he's setting it out. As I push it up, he sets it out. So that's the plan. You can see it's really wet. I can't mess around too much because, I mean, it's definitely, there's a couple places I'm dragging the belly pan. I'm trying to get stuck, but so far so good. I've been careful and I haven't been stuck yet. We're just trying to get this top layer out of our way and go from there. And I want to give you fair warning, if you're somebody that doesn't approve or doesn't like to see snakes killed, don't watch past 9:15 in this video, because we're going to kill a few on camera. Actually, I think just one on camera, but this pond was full of snakes, and it's a big hazard for us when we're working here. You push these piles of mud up, and the snakes are in it, and then they crawl out on the bank, and you don't think about it. You're going to the truck, and they're right in your way. Looks like stacking shaky pudding. We got snakes going everywhere too, and I don't know if we're killing them or just mashing them down in the mud. They all mad. So this is the edge, and if you'll notice, it's a lot shallower here. I'm not pushing it nearly as deep. And what I'm doing, I'm kind of playing into my sump. My sump's on the other end. And if I mess around and get this end too deep, and I get running behind and get a bunch of water in here, I can't do anything with it. So you always got to keep that in mind. It's almost like painting yourself into a corner if you get this end here too deep. So where the cones are, there's going to be a little pad there for a barn. So that's what the cones are marking. That'll be close to the edge of the pond, somewhere around where the cones are. You can see here how heavy this stuff is. The dozer don't want to push it. You see it spin out there. If you get it to spinning like that and something like this, you better quit. You're about to be stuck. so far we hadn't actually had one we could pull up and show you, but yeah, there's a bunch of snakes in here. Pretty good dirt. It's just wet right now, so it's mud, but it's got a lot of sand in it. Oh, we might have him a snake there. Got a lot of sand in it, so once it dries out though, it'll be really good dirt. The only other problem is it's got a bunch of organics in it. It'll be perfect to stabilize this field and make a good palm burn. Yeah, he's probably trying to find a moccasin he's found over there, trying to get him out. We make one mad, we try to find them and do something with them, because you definitely don't want to step on them later after they're mad. And like what'll happen when you set that stuff out on the hill behind you, they'll crawl out of the pile behind the machine, and if you get out for anything, you'll walk over there and step on him if you're not real careful. You know, he's already been run over and rolled in the mud. He'll be so mad, and they'll be all out behind you. Yeah, he's done lost him. They're hard to find in this mud, because when you try to kill them, it mashes them down. A lot of times you can't pull them out. This is getting a lot smoother with the 130. I guess I better go back to work before he runs out of mud. Well, I guess we'll let him go. Let's see if we can make this work. Might try to kill that sucker, because if we don't, he will bite the fire out of one of us. Yeah, it's just like pudding. Looks like you've done all the shoveling, because like I'm only videoing you. They probably think, oh, he's lazy.
Look at all this I got off of here.
Yeah, he's like, man, he's lazy.